Hey everybody, sorry for another late review, like I said, having work and so forth really ruins the time for me to do my animation reviews and watch anime. I think this episode came out earlier, but I had to be in a rush to actually prepare myself for work, getting my lunch ready and so forth, and I really apologize for that. I always wanted to have my reviews and always watch my episodes right the moment it has the sub, but at certain points, I can't seem to do that because it just sucks, I hate it as much as I really want to quit, but I can't quit it anyway. There might be a chance I might get in trouble with work, but it doesn't matter. It's not really happening right now, but yeah. It's just hecka tiring right now, especially when I have to deal with it probably maybe 5 days a week. Really sucks, and hopefully I get to change something around for the weekdays and go with the weekend off, and if anything else, let's get this episode started. And yeah, alright, on this episode it gotten pretty interesting in the end. I mean, of course Nanami has to in order to read people's memories, she has to look at their eyes, and so forth, and later everything seems to be in check. Everything seems to be in check of what she's doing and being honest, but she's eating a lot of sugar to keep her magic to work. And I'm just thinking in my mind, I don't think so, and we don't really know, she could be lying, I don't know for sure, but it's just that by that time she ends up doing some kind of she ends up manipulating other people's memories in the end. Well, two guys, and later on, she ends up messing up her boss's memory too. And I go oh snap! After a lot of people ganged up on him, and boom, it's whoop! I escape. I go what a crazy gal or witch, and she escapes surprisingly. Then by that time, she ends up meeting Ryota after meeting one of her friends or tutors she had to meet up with, and by that time things gotten worse. She looked into the memories of Ryota and it worked, and one time she ends up being a lousy son of a daughter of a sorry, I'm not trying to curse as much in my videos as much as possible, trying to watch my language, but yeah. Later, Ryota gets tricked by her, and bam, erases memories, but it did not work. It did not work because he has photographic memory, which I'm very envious about, and so forth. And he ends up entering the girl's bathtub, and hot spring, and he says, "This is not the time. I need to talk to you all." Later on, he talks to them what the heck are what they're gonna do with Nanami, and of course, Kazumi knew where she was because the park camera captured her. And later, it comes to the part where she ends up going to a hotel and she messes up a person's memory of a memory, and she goes okay, change of plans. I'm going to be a normal girl today. No magic use at all. She ends up having trouble in the end, trying to find some money and wanting to eat something, but things gotten worse. She ends up meeting her former boss, which he does not remember. Gets 1,000 yen, and gives it away to another kid, and then another 1,000 yen for the armpits. I'm thinking, oh man, dude, this gotta suck. And she decides to go eat some cheesecake, and thinking I wonder how great friends can have, and I go well, she's been locked up in the dark for too long and doesn't even know the entire, how am I supposed to say it, world of humanity, how it goes and how we do things, It's just that. By that time, she ends up going to a store and it seems really expensive, which is to my surprise. I go well, you can't explain anything. You can't do anything about it, And she ends up eating the cheesecake she loved a lot, and later, things just gotten how it's supposed to be, and yeah. Kazumi managed to track down Nanami, and they end up trying to talk to her about something, and she's surprised that Ryota has not forgotten about her, and he says, Ain't gonna work on me, I'll let you know that. And Kuroha, or Kuroneko, becomes untimely pleasant fool, texting off her classes, wants to help her, and later by that time, Nanami manipulated her memories to attack her comrades, and I go like, God dang it, this is just like crazy stuff, you know. And the moment she looked into Ryota's memories, she realized like they want to help her, and she stopped Kuroha by returning her memories back and says like, I'm sorry, you know, I never thought this and that, and she doesn't want to go back to the lab. And Kuroha, or Kuroneko, hugs her and says, none of us want to go back there. We stick together, we can figure something out, you know. And I just think in my mind, dang, dude. And it ends to the point where the former boss looks at a folder and says, whoa, this is the real stuff right here. And it ends there. Okay, in this episode, it really got me to a point where I go like, what the heck? Well, what are you doing? Are you nuts? Don't do this, don't do that, you know? Oh, man. There's nothing more like I can say. Maybe a little fan service here and there. It's kind of too, it's really too much, you know? I don't, that's the only thing I've criticized about, but it's just me, you know? I mean, had to be critical about that. I wish I didn't see a lot of it, but so I'll give this episode 4 out of 5. You know, I mean, I loved it very much, and seeing how like these guys wants to help her, especially Kuroha herself. She's got a personality that I really wish I had met someone with that kind, you know. But it's society and life, you know. It's almost like crazy enough to even really rare or crazy enough to even find someone like that, you know, and so forth. Love this episode. I hope you loved it too. As much as you loved this review. I am Alpha Zero Forum, people. Have a good evening. Have a good summer. Alright, cutting out.